Welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. I am Dean with Masterpiece at Gold and Silver, and today we are looking at the wartime silver issue nickels. But before we get into all of that, please remember to like and subscribe to our channel, turn on notifications so you get up-to-date content from us, and please share our videos with other folks that you think would enjoy them. So today we are looking at the 1943 Jefferson nickel, which just so happens to be the most common of all of the wartime silver issue nickels. There was minted somewhere, I think it was 15,294,000, if I remember correctly. And of course, these do have the 35% silver in them, along with copper and manganese. These are just a great starter wartime nickel. If you're gonna start collecting these, this is like the perfect one to start with, because many collectors have thousands of high grade mint state nickels. These are phenomenal. You can find them readily at a relatively inexpensive price. This nickel that we're looking at currently is a mint state coin. And as you can see, it's very nice. A little toning along the edge, nothing too spectacular. Got some spots here and there, but again, nothing too distracting. On the reverse as well, you can see the larger mint mark there that's just placed right above the dome there of Monticello. And that was really just placed there and made larger to indicate the change in alloy with these nickels. Obviously, during World War II, they needed the nickel for the wartime use, so they made that change. I'm pretty sure it was in October of 1942 that they had made that decision to do that, to take some of the nickel out in order to use it for wartime needs. So obviously D is there for Denver. There's a large S for San Francisco, and it was actually the first time a P was used for the Philadelphia Mint on a coin. And so when you do find one, you'll see that larger P. Again, this is a great coin. Like what we were talking about before, these are very common, and they readily available in high grades. As you can tell, that this one is a higher grade, not the highest, but still it's a nice piece. MS66 with 6 full steps, or really it's just the full steps because there is only 6 steps on Monticello. So sometimes you'll see that on these, you'll see just FS meaning full steps, or on some of these holders, they'll still actually put 6 full steps. Both are correct. And it's fine. Here is the other 1943D I wanted to show you all today. And you're probably thinking, well, why does he want to show us 2 of the most common of the war nickels? But the reason why I want to show you this one, you probably can already see it, catch it a little bit with your eye there, and the D in the Denver Mint mark. That there is something going on there, especially at the bottom of that D. So why don't we take a closer look here at that D so we can see, yes, this is a variety. This is the D over D variety. Viva Stanton and the Cherry Picker's Guide attribute the number FS-501 to this. And it's a easy variety come by. Again, the 1943D is very common, very plentiful out there, especially in those high grades. And yeah, so here is that D. There it is. You can see that kind of doubling there. And again, this is a very easy variety to come by. It will cost you a little bit more, but oh yes, as a reminder, I'm going to throw up the Cherry Picker's Guide here for you all to see. The Viva Stanton book, so that you can, I recommend picking it up for varieties like these. It kind of talks about them. There's actually 10 top varieties. This is not one of them for the Jefferson nickels. But there's kind of 10 varieties that most people search for if you are into these types of varieties. Here's another look there at that D. You can see that on the bottom, that doubling there. the D over D. Again, it's a great variety to own. I'm going to just show you again the difference between. Let's see if I can do this. I'm going to try to show you. Here's the D over D, and here is the D, the plain D here, from our first coin. Yeah, you can see there's just a slight difference, but it's easy to catch. You really don't need magnification to see this variety. You can really just kind of catch it. They should be, like I was saying before, there should be 6 full steps on these, and actually, if I remember correctly in my reading about the 1943D, it is actually one of the only examples of Jefferson's where full steps are actually more common than non-full step coins, if you can believe that. The Denver Mint did an incredible job with strong strikes here on many of their coins. So especially for this date, there are more full steps than there are non-full steps. But again, getting back to collecting, these are great. You can see that this is a MS65, only 5 full steps, which is interesting after I was just telling you about that fact about these, that usually they are full steps, meaning 6 full steps. But yeah, so price-wise, not too great of a price here. The 1943D with the full steps in MS66 is about a $35 to $40 coin. Again, if it bumps up to MS67 with the full steps, it's pretty much double the price. Maybe a little bit more depending on how nice it is. With this, the Viva Stanton variety, the Viva Stanton 501, this will be a little bit more of a premium. In MS65 with the 5 full steps, it's more of a $55 coin, maybe a little less, maybe a little bit more, really depends on your negotiating ability, I guess, or if it's online. Online prices are usually much higher. I think the last time I looked this up on eBay, it was closer to $100. I don't know if I would pay a huge premium on this coin unless you really love this variety. I tend to like these D over Ds. I think it's neat, but again, I'm not gonna spend hundreds of dollars on a coin that I know is very, very common. But again, these are just great coins to own. And, I really enjoy Jefferson nickels. I know not everybody enjoys these, but I especially enjoy these wartime issue nickels. Not just because of the silver value, but just they're different, and it's also a major time in our country, in our history, where not only the country came together to help each other, but the world came together. And I will be on this. Soon I'm going to be doing a video on Canadian nickels from the same time, and see how they were different during World War II. So stay tuned for that. I hope you enjoyed that as much as you have enjoyed this video. And I really hope you keep coming back and checking out our videos. I know I don't always get everything right, but I'm trying to learn here as I go. And I really want to continue to bring you some fun content and a lot of stuff that you might not have seen before. So anyway, I hope you all have enjoyed this video today, and I look forward to having you back. And as always, until we meet again, stay safe and enjoy.